Dear students, in this video, the final account of banking companies is explained. You know very well, a banking company is a company which is accepting deposit from the public and is lending loan to the public. The difference between the interest rate given on deposit and the interest rate charged on loan will be the profit for the banking company. Every banking company is required to prepare and close its accounts on 31st March of every year. Balance sheet of banking companies will be prepared as per the legal format A, in vertical format, including both the current year figures as well as the previous year figures. Balance sheet of a banking company contains 12 schedules. Out of these 12 schedules, schedule number 1 to 5 are containing the various liabilities of a banking company. At the same time, schedule number 6 to 11 are containing the assets held by a banking company. And one more schedule is there, that is schedule number 12, which contains contingent liability of a banking company. The contingent liability may arise or not. The profit and loss account of a banking company contains 4 schedules. Out of these 4 schedules, schedule number 13 and 14 are containing the various incomes earned by a banking company, and schedule number 15 and 16 are containing the various expenses made by a banking company. And one more important point, every banking company is required to transfer 25% of the profit, current year profit made by the company, to statutory reserve. Let's discuss the pro forma of balance sheet of a banking company. Let's begin with capital and liabilities. There are 5 schedules for liabilities of a banking company. Schedule number 1 for capital, schedule number 2 for reserve and surplus, schedule number 3 for deposit, schedule number 4 for borrowings, schedule number 5 for other liabilities and provisions. Now, the assets of a banking company, there are 6 schedules for recording the various assets of a banking company. Schedule number 6 for cash and balance with RBI. Schedule number 7 for balance with banks and money at call and short notice. Schedule number 8 for investment. Schedule number 9 for advances. Schedule number 10 for fixed assets. Schedule number 11 for other assets. And as I already told you, there is one more schedule, schedule number 12, which includes contingent liability of a banking company. Let's discuss the liabilities of a banking company by discussing the various schedules. Schedule number 1, capital. It includes data relating to current year as well as data relating to previous year. It includes authorized capital, issued capital, subscribed capital, called up capital. Schedule number 2, for reserve and surplus. It includes statutory reserve, capital reserve, security premiums. All these 3 reserves start with opening balance, and additions made during the year is added with the balance. And it also includes the other reserves, including the balance of profit and loss account. One more important point, every banking company is required to transfer 25% of its current year profit to statutory reserve. It is mandatory. Schedule number 3, for deposit, it includes demand deposit. That means the deposits will be repaid when the deposit holders make demand. Then it includes savings bank deposits and term deposits. It also known as fixed deposit. Schedule number 4, borrowings made by the company. It includes the borrowings of the banking company, the amount borrowed by the banking company from Reserve Bank of India, from other banks, from other financial institutions and other agencies, both in India as well as outside India. Schedule number 5 includes other liabilities and provisions. It includes bills payable, inter-office adjustments, accrued interest, other liabilities. The bills payable includes demand draft and telegraphic transfers, and the provision for income tax and provision for doubtful debts and provision for depreciation, all the provisions are shown under the head other liabilities. The rebate on bill discounted is normally treated as income received in advance, but if it is given in the adjustment, it will be also shown under other liabilities. Let's discuss the various assets of a banking company. Schedule number 6, for cash and balance with RBI. It includes cash in hand maintained by the banking company and also the balances maintained by the banking company, the Reserve Bank of India, both in current account and in other accounts. Schedule number 7, for balance with the other banks and money at call and short notice. It includes the balances maintained by the banking company with the other bank, both in current account and other deposit account. It also includes money at call and short notice with banks and other institutions. Schedule number 8, for investment. It includes investment made by the banking company in government securities and others, both in India and outside India. Schedule number 9 for advances. It includes bills purchased and discounted, cash credit, overdraft and term loans, and loans secured by tangible assets, advances made by a banking company in India and advances made outside India. And schedule number 10, fixed assets. It includes premises and other fixed assets. Schedule number 11, it is more important schedule. It includes other assets. The other assets which do not fall under other 5 heads will be included under this schedule. Schedule number 11. It includes inter-office adjustment, net value, accrued interest, tax paid in advance, stationery and stamps, non-banking assets, other assets. A non-banking asset is any assets which is acquired from the debtors by the banking company in satisfaction of a claim. For example, a deposit holder has borrowed some amount from the bank, but he has failed to repay the amount. In such a case, the bank will seize some asset from the borrower. It will be called non-banking assets. An asset which does not generate any income to the banking company is termed as non-banking asset, in short NPA. Building acquired in satisfaction of a claim and interest accrued but not due on investment are shown under the head other assets, but the heading other assets does not include gold. So we have discussed all the 5 schedules for liabilities and all the 6 schedules for assets, and one more schedule is there, schedule number 12. It is contingent liability of a banking company. It includes claims against the bank not acknowledged as draft, liability for partially paid investment, liability against forward outstanding contract, guarantee given on behalf of constituents, acceptance, endorsement and other obligations, plus other items. Letter of credit and endorsement are shown under the head contingent liabilities. So we have discussed all the 12 schedules of a banking company. Let's meet in the next video.